Welcome to Trading Mastery Institute. Whatever that is being shared is of our opinion and not an advice for you to enter the market. Okay guys, today I'm going to cover support and resistance made easy, how to trade using Novak trading system, multiple time frame, entry, and lastly trading signals result. Okay, so before we trade, what we need to do is we need to have an SOP. So first of all, we have to go to daily. So what do we look in daily time frame? So if you were to realize in daily, actually what we are looking for is we are looking for direction. So we can see over here clearly that the price or the candlestick is going higher. Next, what we want to know is where are the area of interest or the area of support and resistance. There is many theory on how you derive the area of support and resistance. That is where traders become confused which one to use. So in our Novak system, we have our own indication so that it is easy for you to take reference as a trader at a glance. Okay, now look at the arrow over here. Okay, there's an arrow. So what you need to do is just draw a box, okay, at the candlestick above the arrow, and you just move it across here. So whenever there's an arrow, okay, you will realize that whenever the price goes back to this area, there is a potential that it will bounce up or towards down, which we do not know. Okay, so later I'm going to teach you how to actually filter or to know whether it's going up or going down. Next, look at this area or arrow over here. Okay, we draw another rectangle at here. We draw like a box at the candle above the arrow, and then we just move over here. So whenever candlestick enter in this area, what we need to do is we need to see whether does this support holds the candle and push it up further. Okay, so you can see over here, it shows an area of significance. Look over here, there's another arrow, candlestick above it. So you draw another box like this. Okay, box the hole and then just move. And you see that the candlestick or the price doesn't go below, it just bounce above. And we see another arrow over here, so we just draw over here. And what we can see is that the candlestick actually went in and hover around here. Okay, so it doesn't break below, so the momentum is still up. And we see over here, same as well. The candlestick still hover in this area, so meaning the support is strong. And look over here, what do we have? Another arrow, so we draw. Okay, we draw. So as long as the candlestick is above this area of interest, which we call it as support, we are still saying that it is bullish. The market is still bullish. Look over here, arrow, candlestick above, we just draw over here. Okay, so the price doesn't break below this area of interest, so we are saying that we are still bullish. Over here as well, arrow, candlestick above, so we just draw another one. So for this instant, what happened is that it breaks below over here. Okay, it breaks and it can't go through below this area and it bounces up back. And there is no arrow indicating that it is going to go down. So it's still in bullish. But what we need to do is we need to be careful over here. Okay. And now at this current area, there is an arrow, candlestick above. So what we do is we just draw a box over here. And the candlestick entered this area, and we have to wait for whether the price actually bounce off this area or it breaks below. Okay, so this is a potential setup for you guys for next week. Okay, and now next what we're going to do is after understanding the area of interest, so we want to know what actually happens in this area, because if you were to trade at daily, your stop loss will be huge. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to study when the candlestick break, okay, break this area or this rectangle box, what actually happened, and we draw our vertical line, okay, over here, and we want to see what actually happened in this area. So where do we go? We go to H1. Okay, we go to H1. So what I'm going to do here is okay, I'm going to show you guys how actually it looks like at H1. Okay, this is the rectangle box over here, which we are waiting what is going to happen. Okay, so this is the line. Okay, as you can see here, this is okay. As you can see, there is a box above here and box below here. Okay, so over here we are saying that the momentum is going up. You can see everything was telling us is going up. It entered the box and we want to do a long. Okay, so the first candle over here around here we are looking to do a buy. Okay, low buy. So what happened is that we can see over here the candlestick keep on going down lower and lower and lower, and then it went up again. It went up inside the box back, and we see a Novak system over here. Novak, okay, system happened. We see the dot, we see the Novak trend and flow is in blue. okay, but it is still below the cloud. So this is an aggressive technique. If you were to enter over here, it may be profitable or it may be a loss to you guys. So what we suggest is that whenever you see a Novax system, you have to wait for the arrow to happen, and we see the arrow high, getting higher and getting higher, and it breaks above the cloud. Okay, so now you have seen the relation over here. I'm going to focus on H1 itself. So we go into deeper over here. As you can see, it went up higher above. So it's telling us that it went above the cloud. There is a potential that the price will start to goes up. Okay, you can just enter over here, and usually when you enter, what happens is that the price or the candlestick will goes down. Okay, so most of the traders do not like this, because you are really happy, making about 150 pips, and suddenly it went down to about 35 pips. So you feel very nervous. So we want to enter the area whereby when we enter, it will move direct, okay, or move straight up. So as you can see over here, we see the arrow. There is an entry at H1. Okay, entry at H1 happen. The arrow candlestick above the cloud, Novax flow and trend is above. So to make it much better, we go to M15. Okay, we go to M15. So at M15, what do we look for? Okay, first of all, this is how the trade signal actually is being derived. Okay, so our member will see at H1 there is a potential of going up. Okay, if I were to go back here, so I will draw another line at this candlestick. So we go down to M15. Go down to M15. So this is where the arrow appears at H1. So at M15, we are waiting for another arrow. Draw a box, arrow appear above, so it's high, getting higher. What we do is we enter a long. So our target is about 100 pips. So for this instance, it went up higher. Okay. So you already have the momentum of the price going up. We have to wait for the candlestick to go below this line, and then arrow candlestick close above the cloud, then we enter. Okay. So this model is for scalping. Okay. So you will be taking a shorter or a smaller pips. So here it move about 30 pips. So if you are scalping, okay. But if you are busy, so what you need to do is you need to see that the arrow is making a newer high. Okay, for this instance, it's still making a low, getting lower, low, getting lower. Okay, so what our signaler will do is they will draw over here. Okay, they will draw and they will see that there is an arrow over here. They draw a box, and this arrow is high, getting higher, and then you can enter on the next candle, and it went up here to about 200 pips. Okay, if you were to close below here, it's about 179 pips. So for those who have the Novax trading system, what you can do is whenever there is a signal sent in our group, what you need to do is wait for this situation. Okay, the arrow will go low, getting lower and getting lower. So when it start to make a high, meaning there is a support over here, arrow appear, you can enter a long position. You can get about 30, 40, 60 to 100 pips from the setup. So I hope by explaining this, you understand what does the Novax system trying to capture: a new momentum at daily. You look for a structure at H1 and entry at M15. Only those advanced traders who have learned from me, you can enter at M5. If not, M5 will give a lot of noise. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to see the trading result. Okay guys, this is the trading signal sent in our Telegram group on Monday, 28th of October. So at about 11:41 AM, our members have sent a trade setup over here, and at about 11:51, there is an entry earlier, and they have to screenshot and send it to you guys. By the time it's a bit too late. Okay, so by about 12, the profit has been about $740. So at 3:39 PM, okay, our signaler have identified a potential direction. Okay, potential direction, and they have entered later, about half an hour later, and they send it, okay, in the group. And later on at about 5 or 6 PM, we close at about $645. Later in the evening, okay, they show you how the setup actually happened, and we are waiting for the arrow as been explained in the video earlier on. Okay, so we wait until there is around 9 PM, there is a setup, okay, then they enter, they screenshot and send to the group, and at about 9:22 PM, the price went down to $546 in profit. Okay, so this is how the trade signal is going to be. We will not send the price as most of our signaler are a trader, okay, so they are focusing on their trades, so they do not have the time to actually go and type, where is the exact entry price and etc. This is to save time so that you can capture the entry as soon as possible. For those who do not have the arrow or the Novak trading system, if you have, you can wait for the arrow to appear and enter at a precise entry. So on the 29th of October, same, you screenshot the potential setup at 324, and there is an entry at about 330. At 412, the price moved to $400, and later, before the US session, it went to about $717. Okay. On that evening, there is no signal setup because it is a bit complex. So our trader just enter and experience a loss, and they know how to counter it, and they make about $1,136. So this is a bit advanced. We do not want you all to counter the direction. Okay, so this result we will not take into account later on. On the 30th of October, same. Okay, so now we have changed the signal as screenshot the setup. It will take some time. Okay, from the participant, they say that they want the signal to be slightly faster. So we send a message goal. We are looking to buy at support arrow confirmation. We need to wait and see if the support holds to enter. Okay, so for those who have the system, trading system, you can wait and enter. So over here, our members have entered, screenshot and sent. So the price has moved about 15 pips at 4:10 p.m. At 6:24 p.m. Okay, it went to $416 in profit. Later in the evening, at about 8:27 p.m. Okay, we send a signal to short, potential short. We are waiting for the arrow for confirmation. So we have an entry later at about 9:20, and at 9:33 it went down to about $1,431. On the 31st of October, same, at 2:57 we send an early indicator or early alert to you guys that okay, we are looking to short. Okay, so you have to wait for the confirmation. So we get the confirmation at around 3:50 p.m. and at 4:45 it went to $516. At 6:25 p.m. it went to $794. In the evening at about 8:34 p.m. okay, we send a message that we are looking to short and waiting for the arrow confirmation, and there's an entry at 8:41, and there's update at 8:48 of $373 in profit. At 9 p.m. at about $685 in profit, and about 9:28 okay, it's about $1,100 in profit. So that's the result. And lastly is on the 1st of November. Okay, there's non-farm payroll, so we take about short trade, about 30 to 40 pips usually. So in the morning there is a setup, so our signaler do not have the time to send a message. It just send that they have already entered a position. Okay, by 10:06 there is a profit of about $411, and because of the price retrace back at the arrow or the support, okay, they decided to enter when there is another arrow appear. So usually for scalping or short trades, we may enter 1 or 2 position depending on your money management and risk reward. And in the afternoon, okay, of NFP at about 3:10 p.m. we are looking to have a short position. So we have the arrow appear at about 3:30. We send the signal that we have entered, and at about 3:46 it went to about $355, and we close it because of the ending NFP. Okay, so overall result on the 28th of October, we made about $1,931. 29th of October, $717 in profit. 30th October, we have about $1,847 in profit. 31st October, we have $1,895 in profit. And 1st November is $766 in profit. Total, we sum together is $7,156 or 715.6 pips. So we hope that you guys have seen that Novak system does work, and if you follow the SOP correctly, you may experience the same result. So Novak strategy was given to our members for free, and later we charge it at $100, and now we have already supported nearly 90% of our previous trader, and now we are charging it at $500 for the Novak system. Okay, in future it will keep on increasing. So for those who want to have the Novak system, you may contact Ibisan on how to get it. Once again, I thank you for your support, and I hope you all can see that the strategy works. we have 100% trading result on the last week. But of course, in every trading system, there will be a drawdown period. So you must not be feeling invisible. Trade without following your money management. And I hope you guys can help to like and share our video. And see you guys again soon. Goodbye.